Welcome to Pro Wrestling with Juice. Tonight, we are going to be continuing our road to glory. Now, last episode, it was a one show episode. Had a lot of things that came about, though, such as Nelson Callum has 21 days left on his contract. So, we have added a new event for this month. One, we're going to have our next show, our regular scheduled show. But then later this month, we are also going to have a show called Na 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 Hey 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 Goodbye. And that show is going to be dedicated to Nelson Callum leaving us. So he will be in multiple matches on that show. And he is going to lose the internet title. It's just a matter of who will he lose the title to? Will he lose it before then? Is he going to lose it at full force? I don't know. You're just going to have to stay tuned and find out. I'll be honest. At this point, even I do not know who I am going to put the title on. So we're just going to see how it goes. And yeah. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you're enjoying this series. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, go back and watch them to see how we got to this point. And yeah, just sit back and enjoy the show. All right, let's check out the creative tab. Nelson Callum is currently our top franchise player. Unfortunately, he is going to be leaving, so we have got to job him out a little bit, right? Next big thing's Mutant and Charlie Corner, so that's interesting. Hot prospects, Charlie Corner at the top there. Could turn into an exceptional in-ring talent if he works hard at his craft. So yeah, Kate Slaughter's up there, so that's pretty cool. All right, talkers. There we go. Our show, actually, interesting. I didn't realize Blackfriar was our top talker. Actually, Kurt Glory being 5th is very interesting to me. Showstoppers, Callum at the top again. Our ring generals. So, Ernest Youngman there. Who's hot? We got Kurt Glory at the top. Who is not? So here we go. Eureka LaBelle, Phenomenal E, Juice, Extreme Deluxe, and Warren Technique. And then let's look at the hidden gems. Gary the Entertainer and Rafe Sachet are the two I'm most interested in, to be honest. I love those two. Again, I just really like this guy, but he never gets to do anything. Yeah, see? He's just green. No experience. He's not good in the ring. He's got good charisma, good star quality. Those are the things I really like. His selling's not that great. He's a troublemaker. Like, these are all bad things, but I love the picture. Absolutely love the picture. He's a comedy match guy. Fame hungry. So, I don't know. I like him, but he's just not... I'm not ready to bring in a troublemaker. Maybe if I had less negative influences, I would. But yeah. Now, Gary is great. He's also a comedy match worker, but he can brawl. He's got decent psychology, even though he doesn't have a lot of experience. His reputation's good. His charisma's great. Microphone's great. So he is a guy I actually wouldn't mind bringing in. Anti-hardcore storyteller, 100% babyface. So I would definitely be interested in bringing him in. And at $30 a show, that's not bad. He does work for, it looks like, Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't wrestled a lot. Maybe he's worth bringing in. What do you guys think? Should I bring in Gary the Entertainer? Let me know if you think I should. He's not very over here either, so that's the other interesting thing about him. I'm not really interested in the others here. So Tanya Hamill, she must be a new generated character. She is. Selfish. What does selfish mean exactly? Mildly negative impact. Increased chance of generating negative backstage interactions. So those aren't good qualities. She's not very good in the ring. She's got decent star quality, decent basics. Safety's good. Her selling's not terrible. Basically, she's got good athleticism and stamina. So she could become something over time. She's worth shortlisting. But I'm not sure if she's worth hiring. I mean, yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. What about this? This is a new person. Thelma Torres. Also a new person. People person. Okay, this is more interesting. She's only 20 per show. Good psychology. No experience. Great star quality and sex appeal. She's an interesting one. I would be interested in bringing her in. I know I don't have interest in bringing him in. Yeah, he's an agitator. Yeah, he's not really a guy I want to bring in either. He's got good star quality, good menace. So I could. Is he shortlisted? He is now. We'll make him shortlisted. So I'm probably not interested in bringing in him or Tanya. Basically, these middle three. But we'll see what happens. Now, Road to Glory Internet title is a 17. So Callum is our heel champion. Let's look at some faces here on our roster. So this is just kind of how I'm trying to decide who to put the belt on. The Honeyman is pretty over right here. He's put on really good matches for us. Maybe he's a guy I give a shot to. I don't want to put on Remy Sky. Phenomenal E. He's a good worker. 38 years old. But I could put the belt on him and at least it's on a solid worker. I could do something like that. I do like Papa Swell. I could put it on him. I could put it back on Malachi Milk. I kind of like that. I could give the belt to Mark Smart. He's a little younger than Malachi, who's 41. Yeah, I could do that, just because. Why not? I like Long Simmons. He's obviously a guy I want to develop into a star here and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got the LA Stars. Kurt Glory hasn't held this title yet. I have held the world title. Would it make sense to put it on my guy, my user? Could. Storyline-wise, it would be fun. Kid San Juan would be a good one. I like him a lot. So that would work. 100 experience, which is great. Put it on an experienced guy that can defend it a lot. His selling is good. Island Boy Apollo, same kind of deal here. Good experience. He's a guy that I could put it on, and he's got good momentum too right now. Hustle Muva, again, another guy that it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility as a good option here. I don't want to put on Fearless. What about Fantastic Brent Piper? He might be a good one. I don't know. He's got star quality, got good aerial skills. That might make sense for the image of the title. None of them. Charlie Corner. He's been feuding sort of with Callum. Callum defeated him. He beat Ben Williams. Callum defeated him. Basically, he's fought Callum twice in 3 months and lost both times. It would not be that bad of an idea to have him face off for that belt. Might not. He's never held a title. He's 20 years old. Yeah, I think I could. He doesn't really have experience. He's not the best in ring, but he's got decent star quality. I kind of like that idea. Could do Blue Dragon, who's my partner. So, yeah, there's some options there. There's definitely some options. Nobody's hurt. I know that. All right, so we're all good. Last month, I know that we were going to have Youngman and Blackfriar. I want to work on relationship there. Arthur Dexter Bradley is annoyed. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So let's get into the show. We're going to book the show and see if anything needs to be addressed. And we'll come back to you guys in just a minute. All right. So I had to come into my email. Chip Martin has changed body type going from average to toned. So I think that's going to improve his star quality. It did not. What about athleticism? Or actually, it did bump his star quality by 2. Did his athleticism change? Yes, it went up to 94. Stamina's the same. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all that changed really was star quality and athleticism. Stamina stayed. So either way, very cool. Oh, and his power went up by 4. So Chip Martin improved some things because of his change to being toned. So that's cool. Zachary Muscles, also known as Fury, has moved to Southwest. Eureka LaBelle has went from skinny to toned. So we're going to see how this changed him. I think we're going to see similar results. Star quality is now 43. It was 41. Charisma hasn't changed. Menace hasn't changed. Sex appeal went up by 1. Athleticism went up by 3. Stamina's the same. Toughness and power are the same. So mostly the same. Star quality improving, though, is kind of nice. So that's good to know. I mean, he's still not where we want him. He's still just pretty average across the board. So not really anything special there. But yeah, so that's all right. Just wanted to jump in and show you guys. All right, so we're going to positive metal again. I know last time it led to them not liking each other. Hopefully we can reverse the effects. Fingers crossed that it doesn't get worse. It backfired. They now have a hatred relationship. Oh my gosh, guys. Can we work this out, please? In a decent pre-show match, Sabrina Wells defeated Kate Slaughter and Kira Lee in 10-14 when Sabrina Wells pinned Kate Slaughter after a super kick. 27 rating, Kate Slaughter only had a 22. Kira Lee had a 28, and Sabrina Wells had a 27. Not a bad match. Kate Slaughter needs to improve, but I like that. Another decent pre-show match, Ray Snow defeated Long Simmons in 12-15 by pinfall with a spinning back fist. This got a 25 rating. Long Simmons had a 14 rating. Ray Snow had a 30 rating, which is really good. And Ray Snow was off his game. In another decent pre-show match, ADB and Eureka LaBelle defeated the Phenomenal Fantastics in 12-49 when ADB pinned Fantastic Brent Piper after a frog splash. 29 rating for the match. Eureka had a 25. ADB had a 25. Brent Piper was a 24, and Phenomenal E was a 32. Foxy LaRue did some good work at ringside, and Air Raid Siren did some good work at ringside as well. In a decent pre-show match, Bull Wrecker won a Battle Royal in 13-49. The other members of the Final Four were Blue Dragon, Mark Smart, and Babao, with Blue Dragon being the final elimination. Blue Dragon got the most eliminations over the course of the match. This got a 39 rating, and Mark Smart was really off his game. All right, so then we open up the show with Long Simmons, Kurt Glory, and Juice all standing in the middle of the ring with microphones, running down the match card, talking about Remy Sky is going to be cashing in for the world title tonight. And there might be a special stipulation that was talked about earlier today added to that match. As well as the LA Stars will defend their tag team titles against Rich and Famous. And the women's title will be defended in a 3-way match with Air Raid Siren and I forgot the other person, but another person. But it'll be a 3-way match. As well as the internet title will be defended tonight because our current internet champion will be leaving us in just a few short weeks. We also have another announcement for later tonight. So enjoy Road to Glory Full Force. Got a 52 rating, and everybody did great. So love to see it. 52 ratings, awesome. In a decent match, Brendan Idol and Nathaniel Casino defeated Extremely Fearless in 10:54 when Idol pinned Extreme Deluxe after a roll of the dice. A 29 rating. Fearless Blue had a 19. Extreme Deluxe had a 24. Casino a 33. And Idol a 25. Reckless did some good work at ringside, and this match got the crowd hotter. Freestyle segment called Corner. So Charlie Corner comes out and says, Nelson, I will not let you take that title to the SWF. It is going to stay here in Road to Glory with me. This got a 50 rating, which is excellent. Charlie Corner is a guy that I see a future with. Hopefully I can hang on to him, though. In a good match, Charlie Corner defeated Nelson Callum in 12:43 by pinfall with a corner cutter. Charlie Corner wins the Road to Glory Internet title. This got a 38 rating. Charlie Corner had a 22. Nelson Callum had a 49. Now, Callum was furious about the booking of this match, guys. And I basically told him to shove it because it was still happening. After the match, Charlie Corner celebrates with the Road to Glory Internet Championship high above his head. This got a 32 rating. He struggled going off script, though. In a good match, Hustle Mova and Papa Swell defeated the Mutants from Hell in 9:34 when Hustle Mova pinned Mutant after a Hustler's headbutt. This got a 39 rating. Papa Swell had a 30. Mova had a 41. Bouncer had a 30. And Mutant had a 34. So Mova just did awesome in this. Lots of good chemistry between the tag teams, so that's great. Mutant has a hot new move still that he's been milking for everything he can, and he's getting better at his gimmick, so very good match. Aldous Blackfriar comes out with a microphone and calls out the Nightmare Circle. When they show up, he then says, "Fury, I want you tonight, one-on-one. And I don't care if you have all of your dogs at ringside, but tonight I want to end this." This got a 34 rating. Blackfriar invented a new catchphrase that will likely boost his ability on the microphone, as he now has a go-to line. Ooh. So what do you guys think his go-to line will be? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe we will start using that in all of his angles. Blackfriar struggled going off script. Fury struggled going off script. Moroi was terrible with no script to follow. His dialogue was a mess. 34 is still decent, though. All right, and about they had great heat and decent wrestling. Blackfriar defeated Fury in 12:37 by pinfall after a super kick. But during the match, we saw Baba distract Blackfriar, and Moroi also attacked Blackfriar at a whole different time. However, Blackfriar was able to continue to fight back and still win this match. This got a 34 rating. Blackfriar had a 45. Fury had a 10. The Blackfriar's Troubled Past storyline has advanced with this segment. Fury was really off of his game. All right, Nelson Callum comes back out with a microphone. He is still drenched from his match earlier tonight, and he walks over to the announce table telling Juice and Glory he demands a rematch for his internet title. It's in the clause. As a champion, he gets a champion's rematch, and he wants it right now. Well, Glory then steps up, takes his headphones off, grabs the microphone, and says, "You want a rematch for that title? Then how about you earn it right now and beat me tonight?" Callum accepts. They get in the ring. This got a 50 rating. Callum improvised well throughout this segment. Very good segment there. And about they had great heat and decent wrestling. Kurt Glory defeated Callum in 13:22 by pinfall. Segment rating was a 30. Glory was a 21. Callum was a 37. After the match, Kurt Glory grabs a microphone and tells Callum that they will honor him later this month, as a show has just been announced called Na 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 Na, Hey Hey Hey, Goodbye. He says, "This show will be all for you, Callum. And you know what? Maybe you'll get a rematch for the internet title. We will see." This got a 44 rating. Glory did well, and he enjoyed having the freedom to go off script. So, very good. We get to the three-way women's match for the women's title. In about that had good heat and decent wrestling, Foxy LaRue defeated Silver and Siren in 11:40 when LaRue pinned Silver after a flash head kick. LaRue makes defense number 3 of the women's world title. 37 rating. Silver had a 28. LaRue had a 40. And Siren had a 25. Backstage, we see The Chosen surrounding Jackpot Jordan and Jake Idol, hyping them up. Bull Wrecker and some other people were there in the background as well, but mostly Ernest Youngman telling them that they need to get those titles back because the Chosen need all of the Road to Glory titles. And he then looks at Bull Wrecker and says, hey, maybe you can go for that internet title too while you're at it. Bull Wrecker nods, seems to like that idea. The LA Stars bust in and say, hey, we got our match right now. You ready to come and try and take these titles? This got a 56 rating. Jackpot Jordan looked good. He improvised well. Idol did not do well without a script to follow. LA Star 1 didn't do well. But LA Star 2 clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. 56 rating. I'm not complaining about that, though. In an exceptional match, the LA Stars defeated Rich and Famous in 11:41 when LA Star 1 pinned Jackpot Jordan with a Star Destroyer. During the match, we also had Bull Wrecker accidentally hit Idol, taking Idol out for the rest of the match, which is why Jackpot Jordan was not able to get a pin or a tag attempt to get a rest. This led to the LA Stars being able to hit that Star Destroyer. They made defense number 2 of their Road to Glory tag team titles, 56 rating. LA Star 2 had a 46, LA Star 1 was a 45, Idol was a 56, and Jordan was a 54. Love it. That is a great match. After the match, Ernest Youngman comes out, grabs a microphone, and tells Rich and Famous that wasn't good enough. I'm going to show you guys later on tonight how it's done when I beat Remy Sky, and I don't care what that match stipulation, there is not one stipulation out there that benefits Sky when he is in the ring with me. And that got a 69 rating, which I think is our highest rating to date in anything. So that is awesome. Malachi Milk versus James Diaz. In a decent match, Diaz defeated Milk in 12:04 by pinfall with an Asian thumb spike. This got a 26 rating. Milk had a 26. Diaz had a 25. Milk was off of his game. I wanted to get Diaz back into action. I know I haven't used him lately because he was injured, but I was excited to do that. Remy Sky comes out and grabs a microphone before his match with Ernest Youngman and says, earlier today he was talking with Juice and he got his match stipulation, and it is a ladder match. So a ladder match has been approved for the Road to Glory World title. Youngman wasn't on screen. He was backstage, but I can only assume that he was furious about this. 55 rating. So pretty good for Sky. Youngman comes out looking visibly upset. In an exceptional match, though, Youngman defeats Remy Sky in a ladder match in 12:48 when Youngman retrieved the item. Youngman makes defense number 4 of the Road to Glory World title. 51 rating. Youngman had a 56. Sky had a 47. And that was our show. Overall, 54. This is our greatest show to date. That is awesome. I love that. I'm going to give Arthur Dexter Bradley some encouragement. I'm going to tell Long Simmons that he is awesome. And I'm going to tell Ernest Youngman that he is awesome because I just think I want to do that. Nelson Callum, we're not on good terms. I'm just saying. So, yeah. Arthur Dexter Bradley was pleased. Long Simmons was very happy with my speech, and Ernest Youngman was happy with my speech. So that's good to know. So we are going to then get to the next show, the Nelson Callum goodbye show. And yeah, so we'll see you guys there. All right, it is the show day, but I wanted to look at some stuff real quick. So obviously we're at 5,000 here, so we're doing fine financially, but I wanted to show you guys. Our internet title did go up in prestige, so that is awesome. Our women's title's at 30, the world title's up to 32, and the tag team titles are up to 32. So we're doing really well. I did renegotiate some contracts with some guys. Oh, geez. All right, and we did bring in some new guys. So Alan Parent is new, and he is already a mildly negative influence. But because of this hatred relationship, and I can tell I'm not going to be able to improve it, I have signed ADB to a 1-month contract. I renegotiated with him. He will be gone in a month. So we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 more shows out of him. Same thing with Casino. I renegotiated with him. I renegotiated with Ray Snow and Warren Technique. So those 4 guys in the next month are going to be gone, which is fine, or actually some of them might be a 3-month deal. But which is fine to me because, I kind of want to filter in some new guys anyway and see what I can do. We are probably 1 or 2 shows away from reaching the next size. So I'm a little worried about what happens when we hit the next size. I have a feeling we're going to get hit with costs and things that are going to hurt us, but we will see. So let's get into the show. All right, our pre-show, we are going to do some positive meddling here. Ajax the Skull Splitter and Long Simmons. Hopefully we get something good here. No effect. I was hoping we could get something good going there, but oh well. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Chip Martin defeated Barry Kingman in 10-19 by pinfall with a super kick. 18 rating. Kingman had a 17. Chip had a 15. Barry Kingman debuted as no gimmick needed gimmick, and it has gotten an initial rating of adequate. So again, Barry Kingman's one of the new guys. So yeah, because I know I was talking about firing people, but I kind of went on a hiring spree. So yeah. In a decent pre-show match, Phenomenal Fantastics defeated Bobby Thomas and Alan Parent, another couple of new guys. In 12:01, when Phenomenal E pinned Bobby Thomas with a tombstone piledriver. It's got a 26. Phenomenal E had a 31. Brent Piper had a 25. Alan Parent, 16. Bobby Thomas, 18. Bobby Thomas also has a no gimmick needed gimmick, and it's awful. Alan Parent debuted as Weasel gimmick, and it is adequate. So not off to a good start with these gimmicks. In a decent pre-show match, Darkness Cat and Bizarro, who's also new, defeated Joanna Silver and Kate Slaughter and Kira Lee and Air Raid Siren in 12:25. 27 rating. Slaughter had a 21, Silver 28, Bizarro 27, Darkness 21, Siren 26, Kira Lee 26. Bizarro debuted her psychotic clown gimmick, and it is great. So that is awesome. This is how we start the show. Long Simmons and Kurt Glory are in the ring, and they call out Callum to run down his matches for the night and tell him that you are up next. It's got a 48. Simmons is the only one that kind of struggled without a script to follow, but not bad. First match, Hustle Mover comes out. Callum is in the ring, and Hustle Mover wins in a superb match at 12:25 after a Hustler's headbutt. 41 rating. Muva had a 39. Callum had a 37, and this got the crowd hotter. So good start to the show. After the match, Hustle Mover grabs a mic and says, "Thank you, Nelson, for this match, and good luck in your future endeavors." 35 rating. We then get into a tag team with a couple of new guys. It was a decent match when Shuffle Bottom and Ash Barnaby defeated ADB and Eureka LaBelle in 12:12, when Ash Barnaby pinned ADB after a barn burner. 31 rating. Barnaby had a 35, Shuffle Bottom 19, LaBelle 26, ADB 27. Shuffle Bottom debuted the underdog gimmick, and it got a rating of great. Barnaby also has an underdog gimmick, and it also got a rating of very good. So pretty good. Those two, I was thinking about making a tag team, so doesn't look like there's any negative chemistry, and they seem to do okay together. So yeah. Then Kurt Glory and Simmons are back in the ring, and they say, "Nelson, you've got yourself another match, so get on out here." It's got a 56 rating, and they both did pretty well. Callum gets in the ring and says, "Who's my opponent?" And Long Simmons jumps into the ring and says, "It's me." Callum does win this match in 14:29 by submission with a honey trap. Got a 25 rating. Simmons had a 14. Callum had a 33 rating. After the match, after Callum makes his way to the back, You see Long Simmons finally gets to his feet, grabs a microphone, and says, "Thank you, Nelson. I'm not going to miss you at all, but I hope you do really well up in SWF." This got a 59 rating, and he did a masterful job improvising interactions with the crowd. We then get to the next match. In a good match, LaRue defeated Sabrina Wells in 14:27 by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. LaRue makes defense number 4 of the Road to Glory Women's World title. This got a 33 rating. Sabrina Wells had a 26. LaRue had a 40. So very good match. Very, very good match. So happy with that. Backstage, Nelson Callum finds a camera and says, "I earned my match. I've been in multiple matches tonight. I have earned a rematch. I won my last match convincingly. I need it now." And Juice at the announce table says, "Well, let's get the guys out here. Let's get Charlie Corner out here, and let's make this match happen." This got a 32 rating, and yeah. But when Callum comes out and Corner in the ring, Malachi Milk's music hits as he also is part of this match in a 3-way dance. In a decent match, Charlie Corner defeated Callum and Milk in a ladder match in 13:53 when Corner retrieved the item. Corner makes defense number 1 of the Road to Glory Internet title. It's got a 34 rating. Corner had a 22. Callum had a 37. And Milk had a 29. Joanna Silver did some great work at ringside. After the match, Charlie grabs a microphone and says, he goes on about how Nelson Callum was such a tough competitor here for him. He's fought him 4 times now. And he says, "Nelson, you were the mountain that I couldn't get over. But finally, I reached the summit." So I just want to say, good luck, and I hope you can handle that supreme locker room. This got a 41 rating. The next match is a tag team match. It is a decent match when the Puerto Rican boys defeated Idol and Casino in 12:02 when Island Boy Apollo pinned Nathaniel Casino with a welcome to the island. Got a 33 rating. Island Boy Apollo 34, Kid San Juan 34, Casino 30, and Idol 24. Youngman comes out, grabs a microphone, and says he came alone tonight, but he wants to issue an open challenge to anyone in that locker room who came tonight in honor of Nelson Callum. Because Nelson Callum did such a great job with his open challenges, Youngman took inspiration and wanted to do the same tonight. This got a 72 rating, which is amazing. As Youngman's in the ring, multiple people come out, one after the other, and Kurt Glory stands up from the announce table and says, "I'm going to throw my hat into this match as well." Stevie Grayson debuted in Road to Glory in this match. And about to had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Ernest Youngman defeated Kurt Glory, Stevie Grayson, and Aldous Blackfriar in 13:35 when Youngman pinned Stevie Grayson after the hit. During the match, we also saw Fury come out and distract Blackfriar, who chased Fury off through the crowd and out of the arena. Youngman makes defense number 5 of the Road to Glory World title. It's got a 44 rating. Glory had a 25. Grayson had a 23. Youngman had a 58. Blackfriar had a 51. Grayson debuted his bubbly babyface gimmick, and it has gotten an initial rating of great. Blackfriar's Troubled Past storyline has advanced with this segment and gained heat. After the match, Ernest Youngman grabs a microphone and he thanks Nelson Callum for his service, even if it was brief here in Road to Glory. Ending the show with a 52 rating. The performance of Ernest Youngman was good. Callum came out and thanked Youngman as the crowd chanted, "Na na na na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye." And that ended the show. Overall rating 49, and it did not improve our popularity. However, I've seen that note before and seen our popularity change, so we will see. But with that, I do want to try and tell Callum he is awesome. Long Simmons, I'm going to tell him that he is awesome. And Ernest Youngman, I'm going to tell him that he is awesome. Callum was very happy. Glad to see that. Simmons was very happy. And Youngman was happy with our speech. So yeah, it was a successful show. So something interesting I noticed, Nelson Callum now has a loyalty to me, which is kind of interesting. I did, in those matches, he did lose some popularity in the Southwest. But yeah, he's now loyal to me. So he did put on some matches, that's for sure. But yeah, so he's going to be gone, and that's okay. I'm not real worried about it. I'm not worried about the rest of these notes. But if I go and look at the backstage, Alan Parent still negative. So those are the negative relationships. Full Force did well, so that earned some nice notes. But yeah, Callum is loyal to us. Smart, LA Star, Corner is loyal. Blue Dragon is loyal. So yeah, we got some loyalty relationships going on. So that's great to see. Finances, we spent some money. You know, we are down to 1,900. We've lost 6,000 so far this month, but we'll see what happens over the next 2 weeks with sponsorships. I'm sure we're going to bounce back. When it comes to size, we're still 16, so nothing to worry about there. You know, I think we're good. Titles, the internet title's at 18 still. The world title's still at 32. You know, so everything's good. Let's skip ahead. We'll relook at all of the stuff we need to for our promotion, including our creative table. So, Ernest Youngman has now been hired by SWF. So I'm now going to be losing my world champion. Not real happy about this. So let's go in and look and see how much longer we get to keep Ernest Youngman. Expires in 21 days. Oh, Youngman. Leaving to the SWF, huh? So now I got to come up with somebody to take the world title off of Youngman. I don't know. I mean, we could look at our major stars and go for any of them, but are we going to lose? Like, if I put it on Blackfriar, am I going to lose him? What if I put it on Remy Sky? Am I going to lose him? So I'm in a rough situation now where I'm probably going to lose, you know, a couple more guys because SWF is stealing my guys. So we are going to get to the end of this month, and we will give you a brief update, and maybe we'll know what I've decided to do. All right, so this is my second time recording this part. Showing you guys, I'm going to lose probably 3 of these guys in the next couple months, I think. Heck, I could lose all of them in the next few months. Next big things, I like that. I was surprised to see Fury is on the hot prospects list because he's not a very good wrestler. You can see if I pull him up. His skills are not good outside of athleticism and stamina. So there's that. Even these things, he can play a heel well, but, you know, there's nothing special about him. So that's just kind of interesting that he's on this list. My talkers, again, I'm probably going to lose a couple of them. Showstoppers. Now, Remy Sky is my franchise guy, but I knew when I brought in Youngman and Sky and Callum that these guys were probably not going to be here long term. Really looking at this list, I've decided I really got to try and push some of the lesser people that could be here for the next few months. Looking at my Who's Not Hot list, Phenomenal E is probably the only one on here I really like. But he's old, so really don't want to push him. And the hidden gems are the same as they were. The other thing I did is I actually made my ticket prices go to very cheap, which is going to get me about $6 per ticket sold. So if I get like 100 people, that's $600 per show that I'm going to get. So that's going to help me a little bit. It's obviously not going to generate a profit, but it's going to give me a little bit of money to help offset some of my expenses. I don't think that's going to hurt my sponsorship money, but we'll see. Nothing changed with the backstage. The size, we're at 16. So like I said, it's pretty much the same thing. Nothing's really changed. Still, I'm not sure who I'm going to make my world champion, but I got to come up with something soon. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to be in the Simmons Center once again. It's going to be really interesting to see, now that our ticket prices are very cheap, if we're going to be able to generate any real income. So, with that, let's figure out, what do we want to do? Let's go with Barry Kingman, and I'm really I would love to get Long Simmons a mentor. So I need to get him some positive things going. So no luck so far. All right, there's no pre-show this month. So we start the show with The Chosen coming out. They tell the crowd in their promo that basically they are supreme. Meanwhile, they get interrupted when Remy Sky comes out and says, I want one more shot at that title. If I lose, I guess you leave as the champion. If I win, well, that title is around my waist and you are on your way. And all of the Chosen look at Youngman, and Youngman stares down Sky and accepts, almost with a smug, arrogant look on his face. This got a 63. Everyone except for Sky did well in this segment. Meanwhile, Youngman says, if you can get through Bull Wrecker, you will get your shot at me tonight. Sky accepts that. In an exceptional match, Remy Sky defeats Bull Wrecker in 11:20 by pinfall with a skydiver following botched interference by Youngman. Basically, Youngman comes in to try and spoil Sky's opportunity, but misses as the team of Rich and Famous distract the referee. Youngman hits Bull Wrecker with the belt. Bull Wrecker goes down a little bit dazed, unable to get up. Youngman slides out of the ring, and Sky pins Bull Wrecker as the referee counts the 3. Sky had a 47, Wrecker had a 41. This got a 43 rating, which is a great way to start the show. Got the crowd hotter. After the match, Remy Sky tells Youngman that he will see him for that belt later on tonight. Oh, and let's make it a cage match so we can keep your goons out of there. The Chosen look angry as Juice over at the announcer's table accepts the stipulation of making it a cage match. This got a 59 rating. Jordan looked good. Sky improvised well throughout the segment. Jordan did a masterful job improvising, blah, 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 blah. All right. In a decent match, Malachi Milk defeated Nathaniel Casino in 10:22 by pinfall with a Hawaiian hammer. This got a 23 rating. Milk had a 22. Casino had a 26. Milk and Casino have no chemistry. They just don't click. So that kind of sucked. Meanwhile, Corner comes out, grabs a microphone, and tells the fans how much he appreciates them and how much he appreciates that they've been behind him every step of the way. Even though he's met some hurdles, he has finally and eventually gotten past them all. Then, out from the back comes Ray Snow, who challenges Corner for a shot at the title. Snow says he has not been given an opportunity yet to prove himself, and he wants that title. This got a 33 rating as Corner accepts. In a decent match, Charlie Corner defeated Ray Snow in 12:44 by pinfall with a corner cutter. Corner makes defense number 2 of his internet title. This got a 26. Corner had a 18. Snow had a 27. Corner was off his game, and they just don't click, and that is a bummer as well. A lot of bad chemistries again. Hate that. Rich and Famous are backstage talking about how Ernest Youngman's been offered a contract, but how come they or the rest of the Chosen haven't? This got a 58 rating. We cut to a tag team 3-way title match. In a superb match, the LA Stars defeated the Honeyman and Stevie Grayson, as well as the Night Terrors in 13:28. LA Stars make defense number 3 of their tag team titles. This got a rating of 50. LA Star 2 had a 53. LA Star 1 had a 51. Grayson had a 26. Honeyman 30. Moroi 43. And Babao 44. So I was kind of hoping I'd find some chemistry between Grayson and Honeyman, but I did not. But no chemistry is also okay. So I don't know what I would call them as a tag team, but if you've got ideas for Grayson and Honeyman, let me know. Meanwhile, Kurt Glory gets up from the announcer's table after that match and heads to the back. Cameras follow him as he walks in to Remy Sky's dressing room, where Charlie Corner is already talking him up. Glory listens for a bit and then also proceeds to encourage Sky to go out and keep the Road to Glory World title here within this promotion. Don't let him take it to that other promotion up north. This got a 56 rating, so very good there. And yeah, Corner did a masterful job. Glory improvised well. Sky improvised well. So that's a good segment. We then cut to a match. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Aldous Blackfriar defeated Reckless in 10:33 by submission with a Gloom Weaver clutch. It's got a 48 rating. Reckless had a 34, and Blackfriar had a 50. This was not the match I was trying to go for. In fact, originally I had somebody else facing Reckless, but he refused. Well, he didn't refuse. He was not happy about losing. So I said, fine, I'm going to put you in a match with someone you won't care to lose to, and you're going to lose. So that's what happened. After the match, Fury comes out through the crowd and attacks Blackfriar post-match, just raining down chair shot after chair shot, leaving Blackfriar down and out outside of the ring. This got a 34 rating. We have a 3 versus 3 women's match. In a decent match, Silver, Darkness Cat, and Sabrina defeated Siren, LaRue, and Kira Lee in 13:08 when Silver pinned Air Raid Siren after a Timber Shiverer. This got a 28 rating. Sabrina had a 27, Darkness Cat 21, Silver 26, Kira Lee 25, LaRue a whopping 38, and Siren a 25. We cut to another match. In a decent match, Long Simmons defeats Bob Casey after dominating for 9 minutes and 42 seconds. He finishes him by pinfall after a Warrior Jawbreaker. 19 rating. Simmons had a 17 and Casey had a 22. We then cut to another match. In a good match, the newly formed team called Swag defeated the Mutants from Hell in 12:26 when Hustle Mova pinned Hell's Bouncer with a Hustler's Headbutt. Segment rating is a 42. Papa Swell had a 33. Hustle had a 43. Bouncer 31 and Mutant 33. So very good match there. Lots of good chemistry too. Mova and Swell and then Mutant and Hell's Bouncer. So yeah, very good. Juice gets up, grabs a microphone, and leaves the announcer's table. He gets in the ring, and then he turns to Kurt Glory, saying, "The brand is back, and I've got 2 new members." And he introduces Alan Parent and Bobby Thomas. And he says, "Kurt Glory, you are going to face Bobby Thomas next." Glory says, "All right, let's do this." Gets up and gets in the ring, ready to go. This got a 59 rating. Glory worked the crowd well, using the freedom to improvise to his advantage. Juice was superb, working without a script. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand the entire time. So great segment. And then we get to the match. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Kurt Glory defeated Bobby Thomas in 11:08 by submission. This got a 20 rating. Glory had a performance of 24, and Thomas had a performance of 14. Yikes. But Bobby Thomas is getting better at his gimmick. That was a bad match. Remy Sky then proceeds to make his entrance to the ring, but he comes through the crowd, showing that he is one with the people, one with the fans of Road to Glory, and he is going to represent each and every one of them here tonight. This got a 62 rating, and Sky did a great job improvising his entrance. Then, The Chosen all accompany Ernest Youngman down to the ring slowly. Youngman proceeds to hold his belt up. He hesitates to get into the ring for a bit, checking the cage, making sure it's sturdy, possibly looking for a way that his allies can get in through the cage. This got a 57 rating, and everyone did well. So, great segment. Ooh, this is huge. All right, in an exceptional match, Remy Sky defeated Youngman in a cage match in 12:58 by pinfall after hitting a skydiver off the top of the cage onto Youngman. During the match, we also saw Jackpot Jordan distract Sky. Jake Idol also distracted Sky. Remy Sky wins the Road to Glory World title. So the way I envision it is, before he climbed the cage, you had Jackpot Jordan and Jake Idle both trying to climb the cage, where he smashes their hands so they have to drop off the cage. Then Sky decides to go up top and hit his finish off the top of the cage. Remy Sky wins the Road to Glory World title. This got a 62 rating. Sky had a 51. Youngman had a 59. The Chosen versus Sky storyline has ended with this segment, and this match got the crowd buzzing. An absolute banger of a main event. Love it. And the highest overall rating we've received, we got a 60. And it improved our popularity in one region. So with that, we will tell Remy Sky that he is awesome. We will tell Ernest Youngman that he is awesome. And let's see, there were other wonderful matches. Not going to do anything with Bobby Thomas. I could do Charlie Corner. Could do one of the Rich and Famous guys. Let's go Hustle Mova. We'll tell him he's pretty awesome too. Actually, yeah, we're going to go Long Simmons. All right, Sky was pleased. Youngman was very happy with the speech, and Long Simmons was very happy. So, wonderful show. I couldn't be any happier. So, let's get to the financials and all that good stuff. All right, so we got some new emails. Jay Becker is now unemployed, it looks like, or is going to be leaving CZCW. He handed in his notice and will be leaving there. So that's interesting because he will be unemployed. Harlem Hayes is now in Puerto Rico. Saeed Ali is in New York City wrestling only. Frederic and Debbie Rose have problems now. We lost Arthur Dexter and Warren Technique because, again, of the 1 month deal. Obviously, Youngman is now in SWF. I thought about doing a goodbye show for him too, but I didn't want to do that again. So looking at our new goals. So the popularity thing, we have to be in the same spot or better at the end of the time limit. I think we can handle that. And we cannot hire anybody less than 45 stamina or less than 45 charisma. I can deal with that. So, so things are going well, I would say. But let's continue till the end of the month. All right, so we are now on day 1 of October. We do have Road to Glory Inevitability in 3 days, and we have another show this month as well. So we've got 2 this month. We've got Inevitability and Living on a Prayer. So let's jump in, look at our backstage. Even though we let a couple of the bad eggs go, we've picked up a new bad egg in Jay Becker. So there's that. Casino is still here. He and my user have some issues, but that's all right. We are still not quite at that next size bump. I'm sure we're going to get there this month, though. But look at our finances. We're doing really well. Sponsors are up to 8,460. Our merchandise sales are a little bit down, but that doesn't matter because we are getting ticket sales. Ticket sales are a thing that's happening. I love to see it. So that is great. We had a good month. We had a very good month where we profited $4,000. So I'm very happy with this. We're just gonna see where this takes us, but I'm loving how this is going. I believe our titles are doing well. Yeah, 18, 30 for the women's, world titles 32, and our tag titles are 32. So I think they're pretty much capped out. Now that we lost our guys, though, let's look at the creative. Foxy is our franchise player now. Blackfriar is the second one. Jake Idle, Jackpot Jordan, Papa Swell. You'll notice Remy Sky is not on this list. So that is the downside right now of this list. Next Big Things hasn't changed. Hot Prospects, we did lose one, but these 4 are still pretty good to ride with. I'm pretty excited about them. We got some guys who can talk. And yes, we did hire Gary the Entertainer. So he is being promoted for our next show. So, yeah. Showstoppers. Obviously, Remy Sky's at the top of that list. Got some good ring generals. These are the guys who are hot. And these are the guys who are not. So, yeah. I like Siren and Kira Lee. So those two especially, I got to get them out of this list. They got to start working better. But yeah, and then Hidden Gems like before. We got a new one in Joyrider, so I have not looked at her. Just got Charisma, Sex Appeal, Basics, Consistency. She's got no experience, though. Yeah, she's got some athleticism. Relaxed, Daredevil. I'll shortlist her. She's an interesting one. So who knows? Maybe she'll make her way onto the roster. Might have to give her a different name. I don't like it. Young wrestler and occasional manager from West Virginia. Originally a peer technician when she made her professional debut, she has quickly blossomed into a real all-rounder who can work any style with any opponent, highly rated. It is said that a few different companies are keeping tabs on her progress. I mean, again, she's got good charisma. Microphone's decent. Her star quality and acting are bad. Basics. Yeah, I mean, she's okay. Good resilience. She's okay. I wouldn't say she's anything special. I like Relaxed and Daredevil. She plays Swagger, Weasley Underdog well, plays Mysterious Occult well. Interesting. So, yeah, I mean, I like her as a character. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll think about bringing her in. But I like what we got going on. Obviously we've lost some guys, but we've hired some guys as well. So our momentum's down to 15% because of the fact of us losing some guys. Our prestige is only up to 4%. We're still a backyard, or a low-level indie promotion. We're just beyond backyard. We're an indie promotion now. We charge for tickets. So we're working to get out of this and into, becoming a known company. Whereas right now, we're not, Our user character, let's go look at Kurt Glory. If I look at his match history, he still has not had a 50 rated match. This one right here, a Battle Royal, was really close. Got that 48. But, yeah, he has never had a 50 rating match. So his average rating's 25. Or this year, it's 32. But, we're still working at it. We're plugging away. That last match he had with Bobby Thomas was not very good, which is a huge disappointment. I actually expected a lot more. So, yeah. But our skills, we're still working on it. He's still slowly getting better. Every couple months he gets a point bump to these things. Would be nice to see them go up quicker. I don't know what I got to do. Basics are fine. Just everything needs to go up more. Because it's not where I want it to be. Maybe I need to get back to throwing him into multiple matches a night. That might work. I don't know. Experience is only at 6. Psychology at 7. So he's just not getting better quick enough for my liking. Yeah, none of his performance skills really seem to be getting better. I mean, microphone's gone up by 1. Charisma by 1. And that's just not cool. So, I don't know. The other things went up because of, body type changes. But, yeah, booking skills up to a 14. So, I don't know. We need some work here. We need to get him going. I maybe making him an Iron Man. Maybe we make an Iron Man title. That might be a thing to do. So, what do you think? Should we make an Iron Man title and let Kurt Glory battle for it and possibly just wrestle multiple matches on a show defending this Iron Man title? Would that be cool? I actually like the concept already. You defend it early in the show and you defend it again later in the show, doing two first. That might be kind of cool. yeah, so I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So there you guys have it. That was this episode. A lot of crazy things happened. Nelson Callum left for Supreme Wrestling Federation. We lost Ernest Youngman, who I was really loving using. I liked the Chosen stable. Right now, the Chosen stable is still a thing with Bull Wrecker and Rich and Famous. I don't know what I'm going to do with that stable right now. However, the brand is back. Juice has brought back his brand stable with Alan Parent and Bobby Thomas as his guys. So maybe we'll do something with that, and they will kind of take the place as that head stable. Obviously, they don't have the popularity or the skill that any of the guys in the Chosen have. Heck, maybe Bull Wrecker will take over the leadership role, but I kind of like him being the muscle. So I got to really think about that. Maybe the Chosen just dies off and goes their own ways, and we then have Rich and Famous over here and Bull Wrecker, doing his own thing. I'm not sure, but Remy Sky is currently the world champion. Aldous Blackfriar still has his feuds going on. We've got a lot going on. So Kurt Glory's feuding basically with Juice the Authority. That's kind of been the running storyline. I think it's fun to do that with my user character, having feud with the owner. I do that in a lot of my Road to Glory games because I enjoy it. But yeah, Charlie Corner is finally making his ascent to greatness. He's got the internet title, so hopefully we can get him some good wins. Long Simmons has been losing a little bit, but he is a future main eventer for sure. We've got some other great guys like Papa Swole and Hustle Mova now as an official tag team called Swag. The Honeyman possibly teaming up with who was I teaming him up with? Oh, Stevie Grayson. Don't have a tag team name. Have not made them a tag team yet, but do you think that would be a good tag team? If you do, give me some name ideas, because right now I'm drawing a blank, but I kind of like the idea of calling them like the Hive, or giving the Honeyman a stable that he calls the Hive or Hive Mind. But yeah, so lots of ideas. I always get some interesting and unique ideas. But ultimately, it's just I'm having a good time with this game. It's a lot of fun. I would love to just sit here and play it for another couple hours, but I have to record it all, and that takes up time, and so it's just a little bit of a time commitment. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I have really loved doing this. I want to thank you guys for all your comments. We had a comment that I saw in the middle of making. In fact, I just saw it like 10 minutes ago while making this video, but I had already booked all the shows and everything and got to this point, saying, hey, Kurt Glory should be the internet champion. But obviously we didn't go that route. We put it on Corner. But that's okay. Kurt Glory is much more over than Corner. Kurt Glory is pushing almost 30 overness in the Southwest, whereas Corner is right around the internet titles overness. So it's actually a really good fit for Corner. But Glory could probably go for the world title if I wanted, or I could give him an Iron Man title that he has to just defend constantly. Almost treat it like a 24/7 title. Make it a really low-level title that just has to get defended all the time. And just I could pepper in the matches like a 24/7 or old school hardcore title that gets defended multiple times in a night randomly. I think that might be fun. I also think it will help us build up his skills much quicker. So that's the idea. If you guys like this idea, let me know in the comments below. If you've got a better idea, again, I am open to all suggestions. Doesn't mean I'm going to use them, but I am always open to hearing what you guys think would be a cool idea. So let me know what you think would be cool. Also, if there's any wrestlers in the Cornellverse that you think would be fun to add to this promotion, let me know. And if they should be a face or a heel also. Again, I love my storylines I got going on. Right now, I'm not sure where I'm going with the world title. Other than Corner being the internet champion, I have no plan yet for who might take that title off of him. I brought in some more experienced wrestlers again to replace a lot of the guys that I've got filtering out. So there are some veterans that we have now, and I'm hoping it helps a lot of these young guys, like the corners, the Long Simmons and Kurt Glory. All those guys need that experience. So having these more experienced guys, I think will be good. But we have a lot of inexperienced people on our roster too, and I need to get them more reps. So yeah. Anyways, with that, guys, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.